You were up for the sunrise, always chasing one more dream. Hit it out with quiet smiles, stronger than I've ever seen. All those first you fall to reach still echo in this home. And the hardest roads in life are ones a parent walks alone. Some things hit harder when the quiet settles in, and that loss cuts deeper than you'll ever imagine. Your picture's on the map, watching over me like you do. I say two prayers every morning, one for me and one for you. This life lifts you up like those moments when you were young, but nothing warns you about the time it takes the air from your lungs. It's a hurt you'll spend a lifetime trying to outrun. Yeah, when you've lost one. Well, I hear your voice in memories when the night turns rough and long, trying to be the kind of parent you believed in all along. I've learned the brightest light to cast the darkest shadows known. Some days the hardest battles are the ones you fight alone. Your picture's on the map, watching over me like you do. I say two prayers every morning, one for me and one for you. This life lifts you up like those moments when you were young, but nothing warns you about the time it takes the air from your lungs. It's a hurt you'll spend a lifetime trying to outrun. Yeah, when you've lost one. Life gives you things full of memories worth more than you could spend. But the hardest pain you'll carry is losing what you'll never hold again. Your picture's on the mantle, watching over me like you do. I say two prayers every morning, one for me and one for you.
What up, man? Welcome to the show.
Man, thank you for having me.
Oh, I appreciate you, man. Like I'm looking for upcoming artists, and you just popped up on my feed on Instagram, and I've been watching you for a while, and I was like, I'm just gonna hit him up, see what he says, and here we are.
Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate you hitting me up, man. That's what it takes. It takes a village in this industry. So
Yeah,
I appreciate podcasts like you guys reaching out, and we love doing them. So thanks a bunch.
bro, I'm probably the youngest podcaster you'll ever meet. I'm 18 years old doing this.
Well, keep it up. Keep it up. So we
Yeah.
just appreciate you reaching out.
Well, tell us a little bit about that song that I just played.
So that song "Lost One," it was actually never intended for radio. It was never intended to boost my career, so to speak. It started out being a song I just wanted to write for my wife, as through grief straight from a mother who lost a child. Unfortunately, Kim and I's lost two teenage daughters, one 14 and one 18. And so it just, I do a lot of songwriting, but I wanted to just write her a song and just give it to her as a gift. And one early morning, I was finishing the song, traveling up to Nashville, and as the second verse and the chorus started coming together, it just hit. For anybody.
Your signal's going in and out, man. I don't know what's going on.
Did I lose you?
Yeah, your screen went black for a minute.
Yeah, let me put this on airplane mode right quick.
You must
And
be getting phone calls.
yeah, yeah, that was a gig from Stanahatchee, Florida that was calling me, but I'll give them a call back. But yeah, it wound up being an anthem for any parent that has lost a child, and I didn't realize it. We just put a little sizzle out on the TikTok and Facebook, and I mean, when I tell you there was
Yeah.
hundreds of parents that reached out, and so then we let management go ahead and release the song, and thanks to you guys, it's been streaming well, and I just heard this week that it's going to make it on the album that we're going to release next, just right after Superman.
Well, so that song really means a lot to you.
Yes, sir.
Well, I just want to say sorry for your loss, man. Like I didn't know all that. So,
Yeah, I appreciate it.
uh, but so what? So when can we expect an album?
So we've got one more release, single release. I'm on this. Our music strategy right now is releasing a new single every 4 weeks. So we got one that's coming July 3rd, and then about 4 to 5 weeks after that, you can expect, maybe late August, you can expect an entire album. It'll be our second album this year that we put out. Heaven Over Georgia's done really good, and we really haven't had the title song of this next coming album just yet, but that's something we're going to figure out on Monday in our meetings.
So you do have a management team. Are you signed to a label or anything?
I'm signed to a little place in Nashville, Tennessee called MC1. But I've been having the same manager who's with Average Joe's in Nashville. Of course, Creed Fisher's there.
Hey, shout
Um,
out Colt Ford's management
yeah,
team,
Colt Ford, yeah, Shannon, all those guys. That's where I'm at, and so yeah, they take really good care of me.
bro. Hey, now that I know that, you need to get a song with Colt Ford.
Yeah, well, my music's a little bit different than that. I'm on this little track right now, just emptying out my heart, just telling my life story. What I've been through in my life, and the good Lord's still giving me the words to put down on pen and paper, and I've got a great team of musicians, a great road band, great management. Just everything's working in my favor right now.
How long you been doing this music?
So I've been doing music pretty much my whole life, but I've been full time doing music for 5 years, since 2000. Well, almost 6 years now, since 2020.
Yeah. Is Mark your stage name or is it your real name?
No, Mark's my real name.
That's good because it keeps you more professional and stuff to me. Because
Yeah,
like, bruh. But yeah, I've seen some of your music. I just listened to. I think it was called Backwoods.
yeah. Backwoods was the
Backroads.
single. Yeah, Backroads. It was a single. Just this latest single, the last one we released, and that's just a fun summer song we wanted to get out for summer. It's just a song just basically says sometimes you just need an old back road.
Is there any? Is there? Have you met any famous country artists?
So yeah, I've just this year I've had some shows with Mark Wills, Craig Campbell, of course. Jamie Johnson's at our label all the time. He just signed a deal with Average Joe's. So Jamie Johnson, Brian Martin, me and Brian Martin was on tour for my first couple of years together. We done some shows over in Mexico, and then some shows here in the States together. Brian's doing very well. Shenandoah. Yeah, but we've got a chance to play with some really cool people.
Yeah, you're. I don't know if your internet's messing up or what, man, but it keeps going in and out.
Yeah, we're under a tornado warning here in Georgia, so we got some bad weather here.
Hey, it's raining right now where I'm at.
Yeah,
Hopefully,
but it,
I just. So, guys, if y'all in the chat, if I leave or he leaves, if I leave, the lights went out.
that's right. That's right.
But, uh, what makes you keep going? Like when you get writer's block, what makes you like keep going?
When you get writer's block, sometimes the best thing I do is just step away for a day or two. And usually when I step away for a day or two and just reflect on what the song was actually intended to be, or what my I usually have a target audience that I'm going after. So I'll just back up and relax my brain for a couple of days, and then we'll jump back into it. And so far, I've been successful with that.
Hold on. But yeah, so do you have any songwriters that write with you, or is it just you? You write all your songs by yourself?
So I write about 90% of the songs myself, but I have had some really good songwriting sessions there in Nashville with some really great songwriters. And then I'm also writing some songs with a tremendous songwriter out of Eatonton, Georgia. That's also a member of a music association we both belong to. So I've just recently started co-writing some songs. So you'll see on the album there's two or three that I've co-written, and then one of my favorite co-writers is my high school band director, and he's living over in Ecuador right now. So we do a lot of songwriting over the internet and passing lyrics and ideas back and forth. So it's just really cool to still collaborate and make music with somebody I made music with, 35 years ago.
That's crazy, bro. Writing with your high school band teacher. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're still really good friends, and that's what he done on the side. He was in a live band project, and that's what he did. He toured, and
Uh,
so he's got a lot of experience.
Whoa, where do you expect to see your music in the next 2 to 3 years?
We're constantly growing. They use chart metrics in Nashville, and there's I think 5 million country artists like me in there. So, and you're rated, and I think just last week I was rated at 65,000 out of like 5 million people. So, our target is to just stay on this release strategy, keep putting out good music, keep touring up, keep the revenue coming in from the tour, and just basically make a good retirement living off of it. I've worked a career.
Yeah.
I've worked a career. I retired from the fire department. I did a full career there, and then once I retired, I started this full time, and that's the goal, is to just to make a good living at it. And we're doing a good job right now. In the last 2 or 3 years, we've had an average of 40 to 60 gigs a year all over the United States. And they average between $4,000 and $15,000 a night. So we're not doing bad.
Uh, do you write any songs about like? Do you write all your songs about what you've been through and stuff?
Yeah, everything that I write and that you listen to, like if you went to one of the platforms such as Spotify and just went through my catalog, by the time you got finished with those 30 songs that's out now, you'd know everything about me. But yes, I try to just open my heart and open the windows here at my house and just let people see who I really am, and I just try to be true. I try to be true to that.
It's crazy because the first time I hit you up, I know I had one booked. That's back when I wasn't actually taking this stuff serious, and I was like, bro, I told that guy we are gonna do an interview then, and I never did it, and I was like, bro, he might not want to do one if I hit him back up.
Nah, that's fine. That's fine. I know things happen.
But yeah, actually, no. Around the time I hit you up is when I broke my leg. I broke my
Mm,
foot, and I wasn't really doing interviews and had so much stuff going on. Forgot to reach back out and be like, "Hey, I ain't gonna be able to do this interview." I didn't do interviews for like a month.
yeah.
It's
No, don't worry about it, man.
yeah. For people who may be hearing your music for the first time, uh, which song, if they are just now let me rephrase that. If they are just now hearing about you, which song would you send them to listen to for their first song?
I guess my favorite song right now, and what I'd probably drive them to, would be "Heaven Over Georgia." That just speaks about a few months ago I was out on the front yard. We live on the lake down here, at Lake Jackson, in Monticello, Georgia, and I just looked up one evening, and I'm getting older, and I was like, look, when my time comes and God takes me home, I hope He does me a favor, one last favor, and lets me go to heaven right over Georgia. That way I can still watch the dogs play on Saturday. I watch my children grow up and take care of my children like I've always done. Watch my
Yeah.
grandkids grow up to be big and strong. But I got one last prayer for you. Let me go to heaven over Georgia. So that just basically that song will tell you everything about me.
Yeah, that's crazy how stuff just inspires you like that. Like I've actually wrote a few songs, but like I'm not good at singing, so I've wrote a few country songs. I got this one song that I wrote called Flag on the Wall, talking about that. So one time this thing come on the TV and it was talking about a fallen soldier, and they said something, and I heard flag on the wall, and I just started strumming. Was like, yeah, this flag on the wall has been there since '93 when he got shipped to Iraq and never came back.
All right.
I had I had that stuck in my head for like 3 weeks and never did anything with it. And I wrote it down, and then I just started writing. Like it's crazy how a song could come out like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, don't give up on it. Just keep doing it because that's how it happens.
Oh, you can tell. I've been writing for a while, man. Like I'm obsessed with music, and you can tell when from my first songs, you can tell that they're not very good because they didn't rhyme very good. They didn't like the words didn't go together good. And then as I started going, I got better at rhyming them a little bit like that. And then all of a sudden, next thing I know, I got a full song.
I try to stick to a story. I start with an idea and a story, and then basically at the end of a writing session, I just ask myself one question: have I told this story like I want to tell it? And
Yeah,
a lot of times my words don't rhyme either, but as long as you got a good storyline with it, um, then it seems to all work out. Because listen, people want to get to know artists, and music's something that just pulls everybody together. It's something that just unites everybody, and it's just an amazing thing is music. So people just want to hear a story, and that's the way I try to songwrite, just telling a story.
bruh. I've been listening to your album the last couple weeks, the Heaven Over Georgia album, and I see you got Firefighter Anthem in there. I was like, that's a good song, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, I wrote that for actually my son Mark Jr. decided he was going to follow in my footsteps and join the fire department. And so while he was in
He
rookie
might,
school, I wrote
yeah.
that one for them.
So how does your not trying to get too much into your stuff, but how does your family take it as you being on the road and touring and being an artist?
So I get tremendous support from my wife Kim. All of our kids are grown. We've got grandkids now, but usually if it touches Georgia, like she came down to Savannah last a couple weeks ago when we did a show down in Savannah. She made the 3.5, 4 hour trip, come down there and watch that show. And but I think she also, as what she's went through in her life, she also knows the importance of telling a story and how your story sometimes could help others, even if your story ain't so cool. Um, she also
Yeah,
realizes, so she sees the overall mission of what I'm trying to accomplish. I'm really not trying to go out there and be the next multimillionaire and the next Jason Aldean that you turn on every channel and hear my music.
yeah,
That's not my mission. Well, my mission is to, just write songs and tell stories, and hopefully something I've been through in my life or something my family's been through in their life just help somebody else because it's about helping others. And man, it's been a great strategy because I just kept true to myself, true to my family, and true to music. And just today, we booked probably 3 more gigs just today for this year, which would put us at about 55, 58 gigs. And, in
yeah,
North, Central, and South Georgia, 3 different festivals called today and booked us. So, it's just stay true to what you're doing, and, don't get caught up in the scene. The scene can get very ugly. Don't get caught up in the scene, and just stay focused and things will work out for you.
So would you ever like sign a major record deal? Like if Warner Brothers hit you up right now, would you sign with them?
I don't know that I would. I would just have to look at it. I'd like to easily say no, but of course I would have to look at it, and I would look at it
Yeah.
hard. Um, because right now the only thing I'm giving up is 15% of what I touch. I give to Coke Ford and his guys for management and strategies and social media stuff and the things that they're doing at Average Joe's to keep me up front on social media. Um, but I'm keeping most of the pie myself. So if I don't have to give up too much and I don't have to give up the rights to my songs so much, I don't want to sell any of my songs. I want to, my thing is I want to will my songs to my
Yeah.
grandkids and, let them do something with them one day. So I would have to look at it very hard because listen, I'm able to do anything and everything I want to do during this phase of my life, and music's put me on that platform. So they couldn't entice me with money or fame. That's
Yeah.
really not what I'm looking for. Um, so I would just have to look at it very hard.
Yeah, I get that, man, but yeah.
There's a bunch of
Cuz I
independent
know.
artists. I'm sorry. There's a bunch of independent artists, that think the exact same way I do. I'm on the road all the time with Creed Fisher, and he's the exact same way. Um, it's just like we get to keep 85% of our money. We get to keep 100% of our masters, and we're out here on the road on the weekends making money. So, we've got the best of both worlds.
That's crazy, man, cuz I hit Creed Fisher up about a week ago and I was like, "Hey, would you be down to come on the podcast and do an interview?" He said, "Let's work. Let's see. Let's work with it." And I ain't never heard nothing back from him.
Well, my
But I
my
know
manager,
he's busy.
yeah, my manager, and we share the same manager, which is Joe Barrick. I could shoot you Joe's contact information, and once Joe puts it on Creed's calendar, then that's how we can make it happen. But um, you know, Creed's a little bigger than I am. Creed's not the one looking at a lot of his socials.
Yeah.
He's got folks.
It might not have been Creed even
It it
answering me.
it might have been Alexander at the office answering. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I can give you Joe's information, and you just send him a request, an email, and tell him you want to talk to Jamie Johnson, you want to talk to Creed Fisher, Brian Martin,
Bruh,
Colt Ford.
I doubt that's gonna come with some probably charge right there.
No, they'll
Probably
jump
the
on, man.
Brian Martin and Jamie Johnson.
Yeah,
Bro.
yeah,
Jamie Johnson in
yeah,
color. That
yeah,
is my favorite song.
yeah. Well, you just need to ask Joe. Ask Joe to hook you up with some guys that come on your podcast.
Okay. I can probably do that because, like, man, I don't know if you know what country rap is.
Yeah,
That's what my podcast is based around. Like, I started it off interviewing country rappers, but lately I've been just scrolling through YouTube looking for upcoming artists. Well, TikTok, scrolling through TikTok looking for upcoming artists, and then I hit them up on every platform. I hit them up TikTok, I hit them up Instagram, Facebook, anywhere I can get them to respond. Because like I've turned down some of the biggest country rappers in the lanes because I feel like they already got enough promotion. I want to promote people that are on the low. But if somebody like Jamie Johnson would come up, bro, I couldn't turn that down.
I tell you, there's a country rapper that he has a gold single that he had a while back, but then he got away from it for a little while. But he's making a comeback. He's a good buddy of mine, Lenny Cooper. He did
Yeah,
the song Mud Digger.
I had an interview set up with him, but that was I had to cancel it because I broke my foot, and I've tried reaching back out to him and never heard nothing back from him.
What about Demon?
Demon Jones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's really interested because he hit me up was like, "Hey, I don't really do interviews," and I've hit him up since then, and he just leaves it on scene. So I don't think he's really interested.
Well, if you've got something to write with, I got one for you that's up and coming. Country rapper. He's opened for me a couple of times at some lake shows, but it's Gringo.
Gringo. I have to
Yeah,
look him up.
yeah. Look him up.
Hey, but yeah,
Official official Gringo. I think it's his handle on TikTok.
you can send over his information too if you don't mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, just send me over your manager's information and I'll hit him up and see who all I can get on here.
Awesome. Any way I can help you, let me know, and I appreciate you having me on.
I love Brian Martin, especially that We Ride.
Yeah.
That one's on my playlist.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. The only songs I don't like by Brian Martin is that EP he dropped with Struggle Jennings.
Yeah.
That's just not my style of music, but I'm not gonna knock it. I'm not gonna say you don't listen to it. That's just not my style, though.
Right. Well, they don't take away from Brian's probably one of the best songwriters I've ever met in my life.
Yeah,
He's a tremendous songwriter for sure.
Brian. I know he's had a couple songs on the radio, and I never even knew he was signed to Average Joe Records.
Yeah. Well, when you get a chance to listen to my catalog, listen to Brim. My grandson's name's Brim, and me and Brian wrote that song in my basement.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you need to get Brian. Y'all need to get on a song together.
Yeah. Well, maybe so. Brian's real busy. I think he's just.
You cut out.
Yeah, that airplane mode didn't work. That was the sheriff in our town. He was calling me.
Everybody trying to. It's funny how everybody trying to get a hold of you when you. I bet you go all day and they don't try to get a hold of you, and then when you get up here, they're trying to get a hold of you.
That's right.
But yeah, I'll definitely hit them up, and I'll write a whole paragraph, and be like, "Hey, my name is so and so. I got this podcast that's on YouTube. Would love to have some of the artists like Creed Fisher, Jamie Johnson, Brian Martin, Colt
Yeah, and just tell
Ford."
him. Yeah, and let him know you just got finished doing interviewing me, and
Yeah,
and then when I talk to Joe tomorrow, I'll tell him you're a cool cat. Send some folks over your way, help your platform out.
yeah. Hopefully. Well, I am gonna play your. What song would you want me to play as the outro song?
Do have it over Georgia.
Heaven Over Georgia. It's on the It's on the album Heaven Over Georgia, right?
That's right.
I looked at it. I don't see Heaven Over. I see Heaven.
Yeah, that's good. Heavens, that's it.
Let's run this and y'all. But y'all go check him out. Mark. How do I say your last name?
Where Ware.
Mark Ware. Y'all go check him out. I think you're on all platforms, right?
Yes, sir. You check me out at officialmarkware.com too with all our dates.
Yeah, y'all go check him out. Look for him and be looking for upcoming music. I see this dude going somewhere in the next few years. So y'all be sure to come and hop on with his journey. But other than that, I will see y'all later. Hope y'all enjoyed. Just wait to see some more interviews in the future. You have a good rest of your day, Mark, and
Yeah, thank you so much, JC.
I won't live forever. One day God will call my name. When he does, I hope he doesn't take me far away. 'Cause I've got a lot of roots right here in this Georgia red clay. So when I die, I hope that I look down where I was raised. 'Cause I'd still wanna see the dogs play from way up here. And look over my children like I've done for years. And I'd love to watch my grandkids grow up and be big and strong. 'Cause I'm afraid I won't get that chance. My days are almost gone. So God, I've got one last prayer for you. Can I go to heaven over Georgia? I know I'll be in a better place when they chisel my name in stone. I just hope through those pearly gates I'll be able to see my home. So before I take my last breath and before you answer my prayer, just know I'd rather go to hell than heaven ain't right up there. 'Cause I'd still wanna see the dogs play from way up here. And look over my children like I've done for years. And I'd love to watch my grandkids grow up and be big and strong. 'Cause I'm afraid I won't get that chance. My days are almost gone. So God, I've got one last prayer for you. Can I go to heaven over Georgia? I know I'd be laid to rest underneath those Georgia pines. I just hope my angels get me there before game time. I still wanna see the dogs play from way up here. Look over my children like I've done for years. I'd love to watch my grandkids grow up to be big and strong. 'Cause I'm afraid I won't get that chance. My days are almost gone. So God, I've got one last prayer for you. Yeah, God, I've got one last prayer for you. Can I go to heaven over Georgia? Over Georgia.
I run a podcast solo.